Greetings from Tokyo. This is Daisuke, and I want to take this opportunity to express to all of you and also to the Criterion Collection community writ large my just my feelings of gratitude and thanks. And this is because of this particular beast right here, this Goliath. This is the Ingmar Bergman Cinema, the recent Criterion Collection box set release that houses most of the films directed by the famous film director Ingmar Bergman. And I have just started to dip my toe into these waters. I've just started with the first couple films of this set. I've seen them before, but I'm going in curated order here, and I'm thinking perhaps about doing a video series on YouTube, just going through this particular box set in detail and also through each of the films. Please let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that. If there is enough interest, maybe I will try to talk about this set in detail as a whole, and then also try to supplement that discussion with a quick discussion of each of the films in this set as I go through them in curated order. If you're interested in looking at that kind of stuff, please let me know, and I'll see if I can put something together. But I still haven't finished my journey through this set yet, and I don't want to give any specific review details until I have absorbed myself fully. But until then, I really must say that this is an example of why I love the Criterion Collection. This is why I love the Criterion Collection. It's because of stuff like this that they do. They know how to present great cinema for all of us to enjoy. This is an example of why Criterion is really the king. Criterion is the king of physical media labels. This is why. Criterion has had a long, rich history ever since the mid-1980s, when the Laserdiscs were first being released under the label of the Criterion Collection. And ever since then, there have been many historic milestones along the way through that long process during the course of the releases of Laserdiscs, of course, and then when Criterion got into the DVD market, and then later when Criterion started to release Blu-rays, and then add on to that box sets and special sets and the like. Well, there have been so many historic milestones, but this is one of those milestones. This release is truly an epic, historic release. One of the great releases of the Criterion Collection, I would dare say. And I can't wait to talk about this in detail, because this is truly staggering. Regardless of whether or not you're going to get it. Again, and I've said it before and I say it again, it's not essential. You don't necessarily need to have this in your collection, because I know it's expensive, and you don't necessarily need to have it because Bergman films are still available elsewhere. Okay, but be that as it may, this set is still a staggering achievement in the history of the Criterion Collection, and I, for one, am very grateful that the Criterion Collection is around to release these things, these types of releases, because it just makes the enjoyment of cinema all the more enjoyable from my point of view. That's why it's nice to rely on a label like Criterion, because it makes films exciting. It just presents them in this really neat way, and the packaging is great, and it just reminds me, anyway, just why these films are so lovely. And it just treats the films with so much respect, and they become kind of cool things, if you know what I mean. Very cool. And so I'm really just wanting to just express my thanks my deepest gratitude to the Criterion Collection and to the Criterion Collection fan community out there, because without you, the Criterion Collection wouldn't be where it is today. So it's thanks to the support of you out there in the Criterion Collection fan community that we are still able to get these great releases from the Criterion Collection. And I'm just hoping that this is just the tip of the iceberg. I hope this is just a sign of things to come. And I have a hunch that this is indeed a sign of things to come. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. It is a wonderful time to be a Criterion Collection fan. It is a wonderful time to be a film fan in general. And it is a glorious time. Who knows what will happen in the future with physical media? Who knows what will happen 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? I don't even want to think about it. But, we have to be realistic. Things can happen, right? But in the meantime, my friends, my dear friends, if we can still be fortunate enough to experience releases like this, then as far as I'm concerned, where we are right now, December 2018, standing on the precipice of a new year, 2019, the sky's the limit in terms of physical media releases and in terms of Criterion Collection releases in general. My goodness, it is a glorious time to be a film lover. Wouldn't you agree? All right, my friends, I will let you go, and as I say, I will talk about the set in detail in a future video. So if you want to see something like that, please let me know in the comments below, and I will certainly try my best to act upon that. In the meantime, my friends, my dear friends, I hope you are well, and please keep watching a lot of great films. And until we meet again, my friends.